Like the sea meets every shore, not an if, but it's a when. From beginning to the end, I am fire in the rain. I've been through it all before.
Once in a while, you take your time at your free time. It can be a free time or any time. Then at least pay a visit to any nearby hospital. Then you'll get to know people are sick. And if you once one day get a chance to visit Cancer Institute, I'm pretty sure you will have to have an answer to any other question you have for yourself. Welcome to the Life I Live, you're on UBC. My name is Susan Awor. I have a gentleman. I don't know if he's a survivor or he's here to explain more to us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Susan.
Good, how are you?
All right, thank you.
Fine, yeah? You're going to tell us our names, then maybe why we are here. Then we start from there.
Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Samuel Cheza. I am a retired public servant. And now I'm at home doing my own things. But I'm a survivor of prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is for all men who are at the age of 45 and above. So I'm here for a testimony as a survivor of prostate cancer.
Early this year, I made a show asking myself if someone can survive cancer. I remember I made a show of cancer one day, and I asked myself, can someone survive cancer? Can someone not? Then I said, no, one time I'll visit the Cancer Institute, then I'll have the answer. I think today I have the answer. Someone can survive cancer. Like, we're here to know how, when, and what it takes for you to survive cancer. Let's start with how did you know you have cancer?
Well, it was in 2019 when I began feeling symptoms which I thought could lead me to be with prostate problems. And the lady who is a very good mate, and I really thank her, she's called Matron Allen Mayanja. She was on our necks, we men, to go and screen. So when I had the symptoms, especially urinating too much at night, I was scared. I came to her in the Uganda Cancer Institute, and it really helped me begin the journey to screening cancer, treatment, and to be a survivor. So that's how it was.
Okay, let's look at the situation whereby had you done screening before these symptoms came in, or you had to go in when the symptoms had already started?
I went for screening when the symptoms had started.
Meaning before you weren't going for any screening?
No, at first I thought prostate was for men who used to go about with women. So I thought it was a STI problem. But I realized later that it was not. It was for all men.
Okay, let's look at the experience of cancer. You're going to take me through from the start when you got to know that you have cancer. Maybe I and some gentlemen watching us out there can pick a lesson from this experience.
Initially, I went for a blood test. They call it PCA. I don't know it in full. And CBC. Then it was found out that my prostate was large. And prostates which are large forces urine not to come out easily. And when it is on a severe stage, that's when you see men urinating through the stomach. Now from that, I was sent to Mengo Hospital, Uchalai. There was Professor Kawoya, Michael. He's my former OB at Mengo's primary school. So he did what they call prostate cancer biopsy. They insert a pipe behind and there's a computer. Then the pipe itself has a small scissor which cuts flesh from the prostate itself, and that those flesh are tested. And that's when they found I had cancer on a first stage. Then I brought back the test to Dr. Fred Okoko. He's a good doctor and a friend. That doctor sent me again to Mengo to do an MRI test. Those tests are very expensive, mind you. The prostate cancer biopsy is on 900,000 and MRI is on 500,000. Imagine. But I got the money. And when I got the test, I came back to Dr. Koko. I began treatment in January 2020. I was getting an injection on the stomach. After 3 months, I get another one. Like
One
that.
after every 3 months. One after every 3 months.
Yes. Then after from 2021 August, the doctor told me that Mr. Cheza, you are healed now, you are a survivor. I was very glad. And that's the story.
Okay, I think it's an interesting one and it's a great one for someone there who is losing hope, that you shouldn't lose hope. I want to look at an experience of life with cancer and life without cancer. You're going to briefly, well, let's start with before, because right now you don't have it, you're a survivor, but I want to look at the other life before and life with. In 2 words, you're going to tell me life before I had cancer, life was this. And when I got cancer in that small time I got to know I had cancer, life was this.
Before you have cancer, you were a normal man. But when you are told you have cancer, of course you are scared. Because we know cancer is incurable. It's not cured. Everybody says that cancer is not cured. But I was surprised I got cancer. I was scared. And what I did, I was very courageous. And in fact, I quarreled with God. I said, God, I've been serving you for all these years. You know, I have served God through singing ministry. And I can sing really. So I said, God, how can this happen to me and I'm not healed? I've been serving you, so I got courage. Then through courage, I was very hard to think about treatment. And through treatment, all treatment, eventually, I'm a survivor. So, that's when I had cancer. But now when I'm a survivor, I think many should go and screen. You know, others live with things because of stigma. That now, if I go, will I not be ashamed? Don't get ashamed. Just go, open up, and really test. If it is there at an early stage, you are cured. Don't fear. So that's it.
When it comes to cancer, the whole family, if someone is sick of cancer, the whole family gets affected. We know that because it is kind of expensive. Not kind of, but it is expensive. Treating it, people have to be here with you. People have to move here and here. And it has cost attached. I want to look at the situation of the family. How was the family on this?
The family was very supportive. Especially my sisters, my wife, Constance, the children, and people at my churches where I used to serve. Because people at St. Luke's in Tinda, St. John's Masoli, were very supportive. They used to give me money for treatment and really for subsistence. So I really.
Okay, you don't have to lose hope in the situation you're in. You just need good Samaritan close to you and people who believe that if I give a hand, God will bless me without asking for anything back. In this moment, everyone has that one moment of their life that they would one day sit down and tell someone, maybe I, for one, or someone out there can get impressed or can get motivated through this. I want that one story of you that you tell your grandchildren one day.
My grandchildren, I will tell them that really God is with us. And if you serve Him with all your heart and mind and with all yourself, He is there to support you through people, and He can heal all your sickness. That's what I have.
Yes, believing in God. And I think everyone should believe in God because God does miracles. And His miracles, He does them at His own will and His timing. Let's stop forcing God to do things. I have seen people be like, God, why have you forsaken me? God will never forsake you. I keep telling myself, God will never send you, Susan, to fight a battle that you cannot handle. God can never give you a heap of clothes that you cannot carry on your head because the Bible says that. I want you to advise someone in 2 words. Let it be a male, someone out there to at least know that screening should be a must. And in this awareness we are doing, let someone pick to know that if I have cancer, I should get treatment.
Yes. Men out there, really take courage. You should screen at the earliest, because if you were detected that you have cancer and it's on a first stage, the chances of getting healed are very many. Really screen. And really, let me also pass this notice about, because there is a PGI, Prostate Gland Initiative, HLI Mengo Hospital, Kampala MRI Center, and Uganda Potential Medical Bureau and their partners have a sensitization screening exercise in Mengo Hospital.
Is this for free or for paying?
For free. On 1st, 2nd, 3rd December 2021. So people should go there and really test and see their status, because knowing earlier the better. People should not hesitate. If you hear that there is testing, go and test.
Okay, then the advice to someone with cancer, let them not lose hope, because if they lost hope, if you lost hope, you wouldn't be here today. I think that advice, if it came out from your mouth, it would work out for someone with cancer than I do.
Now, those with cancer, don't lose hope. Just be vigilant with treatment. They tell you to come back on review, come back. They tell you to have treatment, you do it. If it is to buy it. You will get healed.
Okay, now the healing part is where you have to pray hard to God. Every morning you tell God, thank you for healing someone. Like I would say, God, thank you for healing him, because if it wasn't for God, we don't know that any other person would get healed. I have in this same conversation a doctor or a specialist on cancer who is going to give us more hint about this. I'm going out for a break, and when I come back, I still have someone from Cancer Institute to just brief us more about cancer. In this journey of life, we always have people who give in everything to serve the country. Like I would say, it's not easy to be either a doctor or someone in the health department. This comes in with sacrifice. At some point, you will see nurses. I shouldn't say it because I will cry, and I don't want to cry in this camera. I don't know if he's a specialist or a doctor. But since I found him at Cancer Institute, I'm going to give him the doctor title. If he's not a doctor, maybe we'll go for one. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
You're fine, eh?
Yes.
You're going to briefly tell us your names, then we can start from there.
Oh, thank you. My name is Dennis Olodi. I head the programs department at Uganda Cancer Society. Uganda Cancer Society is a coordination organization of over 41 members who are working in the area of cancer control in the country. Some are working nationally. Some of our members are coming from Europe, including UK and Italy. Yes.
Okay, we have a coordinator. Now, people give in actually. It's not easy to work at the health sectors. It's not easy. It takes a heart and a sacrifice, and it also takes God to be with you, because if me myself you asked me, I would tell you no, and if you hired me one day I would say no, because the moments I look at someone sick and I lose it and I tell myself it is a no. Maybe you're going to briefly tell us about the 41 team that you are in. Maybe we get to know about them. Maybe someone out there can want help. Oh, do they help? Do they do this? We get to know about them more.
Thank you. Basically, the over 41 organizations that we're working with are NGOs that are working to provide patient support in terms of providing accommodation to cancer patients, because apparently we have only one national treatment center for cancer in the country, that is Uganda Cancer Institute, but it handles a population of about 40-something million. So that means they sometimes run out of beds, out of the basic facilities that patients need. So hostels come in handy to provide not only accommodation, but also food support, transport, spiritual support, counseling, and basic services to cancer patients. So they really support a lot in that way. But also, cancer treatment is a journey for breast cancer and other cancers. Sometimes you lose your breast, and because operation has to be done, we have organizations that are dealing in artificial body parts like breast prosthesis.
So they give me one.
Yes, they give after that operation. You're given if you need one anyway, because I know women value their breasts so much. So they give them artificial breast. Then we have organizations that are doing things in the area of awareness raising for cancer. Cancer in this case, cancer of the cervix, we have them. We have organizations in the area of prostate cancer. We have those in the area of colorectal cancer and many other cancers. So we have a wide range of organizations, some doing advocacy, awareness raising, capacity building, and Cancer Society brings all of them together so that we can tap into the different skill sets, different experiences, and different agendas that we have, but we work together for common aims. Yes.
Okay, not losing it. We have a team of 41. Now in this 41, like he explained, I can also add in two. In this 41, they come up and say someone can have where to sleep. I have visited, I think, one of the places before, and I've seen it. On that, let me know something.
Yes.
We still have people sleep out of the institute where we are here. What does it take for someone to join the hostel?
Apparently, the country, through the Ministry of Health and the Uganda Cancer Institute, is looking at what we call the minimum standard guidelines for hostels, because the country only recognizes hostels which host students, but we have patients of scabies, patients of cancer, patients of diabetes, and we need a regulatory framework that guides operations of organizations that are doing that. So apparently, what happens at the institute is, if you need hostel support, you are recommended to those hostels by the social workers. But you should be a registered patient with the Uganda Cancer Institute. And not a patient of scabies, not a patient of diarrhea, not a patient of malaria, but a patient of cancer, because they strictly handle cancer patients.
Okay, I think where Uganda is taking us in the next 5 years, we shall be there. Because looking at life in the early 2000s, we didn't have this.
Yes.
And in the early 2015, 14, we never had this.
Yes.
So this only gives me hope that one day, one time, Uganda will be a country that we shall sit down and say, it is, we are there.
But that is not to say we don't have challenges. If you look at it globally, apparently world over, as of 2018, I should say every year, 18 million people are diagnosed with cancer every year in the world. Out of that, 9.6, that is close to 10 million people, die the disease. In Uganda alone, in 2018, 32,000 new cases were registered. Out of that, 21,000 died. So if something is not done right now, there is a projection that if something is not done right now, by 2040, we shall be losing 77,510 people every year to cancer. So that is a very, very gray area. So in as much as we have these challenges, we have seen government come up with a number of efforts. One, I remember in the manifesto of 2016 to 2021, government in the manifesto, page 93, committed on decentralizing cancer services to Arua for West Nile, Gulu for northern Uganda, Mbale for eastern Uganda, and Barra for western Uganda. Apparently, Barra has a cancer unit. Arua was supposed to be launched, and there is something going on right now. Then recently, the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, went and commissioned the construction of Cancer Center for northern Uganda in Gulu. That is very good progress. Not only that, government in 2016 enacted the Uganda Cancer Institute Act that gives Cancer Institute control over all cancer activities in the country, and this is a very, very good progress. But that said, we still have many gaps. One, currently the country does not have a national cancer policy. Two, the country does not have a national cancer control plan. The World Health Assembly at its sitting in 2017 came up with a recommendation that we should come up with a multi-sectoral approach to fund cancer fight. That includes coming up with policies, that includes coming up with plans, and we are happy that government has initiated a process of developing the National Cancer Control Plan. The process is underway. Uganda Cancer Society, as a civil society, has been central to this. Before the process started, we went to Nairobi to benchmark on how the process of National Cancer Control Plan development started in that country. We learned lessons, came back with notes home, and that is the notes we've been using to inform the process of developing the National Cancer Control Plan. As I speak now, it has gone through review processes. But it is our clarion call on government to make sure that the process of having it approved is expedited, because cancer will not wait. People are dying every day. That's a challenge we have in the country. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We have heard from Dennis, who is from Cancer Institute. And it's Cancer Society.
Cancer Society.
Oh, I thought the institute comes in first. Okay, now, for someone out there, this is my advice to my audience. You lose nothing to know your health, and you also lose nothing to know your stand. I keep telling people you don't have to wait for dangers to look for you, but at least once in a while, not like every week, but once in a while, get your time and take yourself for screening, because it is better when you get to know it early and you become a survivor, like my guest of today. He is a survivor. For now, I'm signing out. Every Monday, 8:30 p.m. and Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. And here we believe I can, you can, we can. The life I live, the life I live.
Like the sea meets every shore, not an if, but it's a when. From